Okay. Publisher for LUIT service and prefix I can mention here. I'm saying LUIT. Okay. Now, whatever the component I'm going to add in this solution will have the schema name prefix as LUIT. Okay. I'm just creating it and I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So here the solution to bind the components. So whatever the changes I'm going to do as part of my development, those things I'll be adding in the solution. For example, you can see I can add a new components or I can add existing components as well. For example, let me try to add a one entity. So here you can see what are all the components you can add into the solution is present here. Agent means Power Virtual Agents we can add, a model we can add, app, Canvas app, and model driven app. I'll let you know what is this one. Model driven app we have already seen. So whatever the sales module, service module, so are being used here, right? So this is called model driven app. Okay. Canvas app, I'll let you know. In the later sessions, we can see it. So those also we can add, and automation, the flows and everything, dashboards, reports. So these are all the components that we can add to the solution. So I'll not confuse you with so many components. So I'll just go with the table only. So yeah, so here I'm using two terms for a table. First one is an entity and the second term is a table. So previously in CRM older versions, it is being called as entity, but right now it is renamed as table. So ignore me if I'm using both the terms, but we can call entity and table as well. So I'm just adding the existing table. So whatever the tables are present in the systems are available here. I'll just have to search if I know the name and just can add the table. Okay. And while adding the table, it will ask me to select the objects. So as I already mentioned, here, this is the entity, means table, cases. And for this case, what we have to show the, just a second. To provide the data of that case record, we are using a form here, right? And then columns also present. And views, so here I'm seeing my active cases. So that way I can change to different view as well. So my active cases means whatever the cases that I'm working on. I'm not working on any cases, so that view is empty. Active cases, it means whatever is present in the system. I'll let you know like how we will be creating these views and all, but just to give you an understanding about the views, I'm just explaining this thing. So this way, on an entity, we have a different components, forms, fields, and views, etc. Okay, so that way, if I'm making changes to the form, then I just have to take the form, that form only. I don't want to take all the objects into my solution. Okay, unnecessarily. Then what I'll do, if I want any columns, I'll just take that column. If not, then no. I'll explain these all. So for now, we can just ignore the forms. So this is already main case form is already selected, enhanced full case form. So I'm just removing this one information and case I'm just taking. So such way you have to check if anything is got selected, and if you don't want, you can just remove that one and just add it. Okay. In my case entity, two forms got selected. I'm adding it to the solution here. Okay, so that is how we should add
Can you go to the left side pan?
this one.
No, we have arrow, right? Arrow.
This one.
No,
Or
no,
this one.
outside. Yeah, go back. Can you click on directly tables? So actually, you don't need to show in the from the solution directly. You just choose case here. Case. All in searching all. It will be there. Scroll down. We have
It
AI.
will be here. I'm just explaining them so that they'll get the
Oh,
solution.
open that case. So click on that. So here the data will be seen. Scroll down a little bit. Whatever we have it in the UI, the same records will be there in the like this. The entities views we can discuss later.
Solutions use, you mean?
Mm,
Okay.
you show this and explain.
Okay.
So whatever the changes you do, whenever you create a record in the UI, it will appear in the Dataverse like this. Scroll little down. So these are the records we have, right? So everything will be stored in a like a row, table, row. The case title, case number, those are like we are discussing as a field, right? Those are nothing but a columns in the table. You continue then.
Yeah. Okay, so this is same as what we are seeing here, the view. Okay. We can make changes here as well. And so as I mentioned, so this is a table, and inside the table we have a different rows. Okay, in Excel, how we call them rows and columns. So such that here also we have the columns, case title, case number, priority or origin, and so on. And here the each row is being called as record here. Okay, on case entity, we have a different records. For example, I have created one case, means I have raised one complaint about my whatever the product I bought. So for that one, I have created one complaint. So that will be coming as a one case, and somebody else created another complaint. So that will be coming as another case record. And in each record, the details will be present. So what is the issue and what is the contact details and what is the priority and all, like when should the agent should get resolve this issue and all. So that way each record will have the details of that particular complaint. Okay, this way we will be having so many records based on the customers creating the complaints and all. Okay, so these are the columns to just store the data of that record. Okay, and then forms we have already discussed. So whenever I open any case, then all the fields will be present on this canvas. So this is called a form. Okay, these all details. So how the title is coming up here, and then these are called tabs. Summary tab, and inside the details tab we have a different fields, and inside the attachments we have a different fields. So subgrid. Okay, so this way the form is having the form can accommodate all the field values. Okay, so that is called form. So we can, this is like a empty canvas, so we can add whatever we want, whatever the details we want to show it here, that we can add on this form. Okay, so that is form. And then views. So maybe that I can explain later after the case life cycle. And then relationships. So we already seen columns, and then relationships. So right now we are talking in customer service app, we are having a multiple record entities. For example, I'm having a one case, and if you see on case, I'm selecting customer, because I have to know, like if I open the record, I have to know which customer has raised this complaint. Okay, then only I'll be able to just proceed further to just resolve the issue. So to make a relationship between case and the customer, we are actually using this relationships. So how the customer is relating to this case. Okay, we will be checking further like how the relationships works and all, like how to create and all. But for now, just know ki every entity in Dataverse will be we can connect with the relationships. Okay, for example, this is the one example, and the next example can be yeah, about the customers, I can say. So here, if I open, so yesterday we have talked about contacts and accounts. So contacts is nothing but the customers data or leads data, and accounts is nothing but the companies that we are dealing with. Okay. um okay, so here you can see Harish is a customer here. Contact and customer, we can use it, I mean, both the terms we can use it. So here Harish is a customer, and we are having account name field here, because if Harish is belongs to some company, maybe for example this graphic design institute, then I can map Harish to this account so that I know ki the Harish is part of this account, this company. Okay, so I'm just creating a relationship between this company and Harish. Okay, so this way we can create a relationship so that the data will be easy to fetch based on the customers or whatever the conditions we have. Okay, these are the relationships. What are the relationships we have that we can check later on. But for now, you can know, like in Dataverse, every entity can be binded with the relationships. Okay, so that is one thing. Um, okay, now I'll try to just update. First, I'll try to show you. I'll try to create a new column. Okay, column name can be anything based on my requirement. So I'll say case type. Okay, description. So what this field is actually holding, which data this field is holding, that I can add in the description. This is optional, but you can fill it so that in future you can know like why we have created this field. Describes the type of case and the data type. So how I want to store my data. For example, if I'm going to provide like case type as a maybe if I'm saying case type as a complaint, then that will be like a single line of text. I'm just typing it like this, complaint. Okay, then I can use single line of text. So this way we have a different data types here. Text, number. So if my field is a phone number or any number like a amount or something like that, then I can use the number. And here inside the number also we have different things: whole number, decimal, float, language code, duration, and time zone. Okay, and if I am just storing the date time, then I can use this data type. If I'm if I'm trying to bind my, for example, this is the lookup, and here you can see two options. So lookup means I'm trying to add a different entity on my different record on my actual record. For example, here you can see this is my contact and this is the lookup field. Account name is the lookup field. I am trying to add the account record onto this contact. Okay, in such cases, this is the lookup field. So in such cases, I'll use this lookup data type. Okay, that way we have choice yes or no, or multiple options we can provide, currency, file. So this way we have a multiple data types, so we can try all of them. You can try all these values. Like you can just create a random fields and then try to create for all the data types as well. Okay, and the single line of text, what it can be format like email or phone number or rich text area. So these are all we can provide for. So here I'm just taking the case type as a text, so I'm just selecting the text. Okay, behavior is simple. I'll let you know what all these values means, but for now I can just create a simple field. Okay. So here you can see case type. Oh, sorry, this is the one that I have created. And you can see as I'm creating directly. Okay, I'll not go into the detail. Okay, so this is the one that I have created. So now the column got added, but I have not added onto the form so that on UI it's still not visible on UI. So after the column creation, I'll have to go to the form that is being used here. So this is contact for multi-session experience. Let me add, okay, from here, forms and contact for multi-session experience. And on this form, you have to add the field that we have created right now. Okay, wherever is required. For example, if I want to add my field on the summary tab, then inside here we can just drag that and drop here. Or if I want inside the details, then I can just select and add my value here. So I'm just going to add here itself, maybe here after the customer field. I'm just going to my case type field, just drag and drop it. Okay, you can see the case type came. Okay, and now once we are done with the making changes to the form, we'll have to save and publish. Otherwise, that will not be reflecting here, that change. Okay, once we are done making that change, we'll have to save and publish. Okay, so it got published. Now we can come here and just refresh the form so that our changes can reflect here. Oh,
You add on case form
wait,
or
yeah,
contact.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, you can see here my new field case type, and I'm providing the value here, complete, and save it. So the form will get saved and the value also will be here. So if you refresh also, it will not go ever from this one. So this is how we have a field to store the values, and this is called form to have the fields in a structured manner. Okay. Um, any doubts still here? Any doubts, or is it understandable for everyone? Okay. Okay. So this how we have entities and then columns inside that, and then rows and views, everything. Okay. This is for just to give you a brief introduction about the Power apps, like the Power platform, and how we are dealing with these all details in a Dataverse. Okay. Now uh, we will come to the Dynamics 365, where we will be dealing with the customer service. Okay. So, in customer service, the major thing is customer satisfaction. Okay. If customers are not satisfied, then our business will not be a hit. Okay, so always we have to be sure that customer is satisfied with our services. Okay, so to handle that one, we have a life cycle for this customer service. Okay, so first thing, whenever customer reached out to us related to any request or complaint, anything, a case will get created first, and that case will go to the particular agent. For example, in a company, a number of people are working and not working on the same thing. Based on the request or based on the complaint, it will go to the agent, particular agent. Okay, so after the case creation, it should go to that person. But if my company is a big company, then I'll be bombarded with a number of cases. So I'll have to manage them. So otherwise I'll lose track of them, and to reply back to the customer, it will take time, and meanwhile customer got might get frustrated, and he'll give us a bad feedback. So to avoid that one, we will have to handle the cases customer request properly. So for that one, to manage the cases, we will be having a queues here. Okay, so first a case creation, and then uh, the cases should go to the correct agent so that he can work on resolve the problem. So to manage that one, we have a queues. So whenever a case got created, it will landed in a correct queue, and from the queue, agent who is going to work on will receive from here. Okay, so and then once agent received the case, he will be checking what is the issue, and he'll be contacting with the customer to see the issue. For example, here inside the case, just a second. Okay, so here inside the case, we will be having the details about that case. For example, here airport geo keeps shutting down. So this is a one complaint here we have got. Okay, from this Trey Research customer. And what he's complaining about, this airport geo keeps shutting down. So for that one, we have all the details. What is the product that he bought from our company? And here they didn't provide the description, but usually when we create a complaint or create any service request, then usually we will fill the description, right? Saying that this is what is happening with my product. So from the time I bought, so what is the issue with this one, or such type of details we can provide in the description. So whoever is working on this one will check that one and will try to connect with the customer. So it's not like by seeing this case itself, the agent. So here agent means whoever is working on the case. So agent might not get a complete idea about what is the issue about. So obviously the agent should connect with the customer to get the more details. For example, here he was just saying, customer was just saying this is the issue, but in the description we didn't find any details. So at that time, what agent can do, can create a activities, means communication, for the communication. For example, I am the agent who is working on this case and I need details from the user. Then what I can do, I have a multiple options, like I can call him or I can just send an email. So what I'll do, I'll just create an email to get the details from the customer. Okay, so here you can see I was the one who is initiating the activity here. So my name will be coming in the from, and two is like who is the customer of that case. Okay, so this way here, I'll just in the subject, we can add this one regarding this case. Okay, and then in the description, I can ask whatever the details I want to get from this customer. Okay, and then I can send it so that he will be replied back with the correct details so that I can work on this case. Okay, and once you create that one in the timeline, you can see the activities here, whatever the activities I'm performing on this case. So these are the communications with the customer on this particular case. So all this will be whatever I will be doing on this case will be present inside this, under this timeline section. Okay, for example, maybe through mail, customer might not reply back. So what I'll do, I'll just create another phone call activity. Subject is regarding this case, and call from and call to the customer, and direction is outgoing because I'm the one who is initiating the call. So this is outgoing, and the customer phone number will be present. I mean, if it is present, it will be coming here. So this is how we'll provide at the duration and then save and close. So see here the regarding is coming regarding this one, this case. So that what happened, as I already mentioned in the relationship part. So whenever a any record is getting associated with this one, then there is a relationship between those two records. So here this phone call is having a regarding as a case, so that this phone call is associated to this case. So if I just save and close. Okay, so here you can see my phone call activity and the email activity. Both are, we can see under this timeline section, and these are coming here because I have created them as part of this case only. If I go ahead and check in another case, these two will not be present because these two are only created as part of this case only. Okay, so these are the activities we have. So the communication is also important part, because if we don't know the details, we will not be able to provide a better resolution to the customer. So the communication is also the best part in this one. So this is how agent will create a activities here. Okay, any doubts till now?
Yeah, Jyoti.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the main difference with dynamic CRM and platform?
Power platform.
Mm.
I mean, both of them are different things. So the
Yeah.
Dynamics 365 is a uh, applications, business
Mm.
applications. For
Yeah.
example, sales, service, we are talking about all the applications that are there, and we
Mm.
are going to use them as part of our business.
Okay.
And Power Platform is a tool to create apps.
So, like
No code tool.
it is dynamic is the standardized and power platform is the customized, right?
No, no, no. So here, whatever the app we are seeing and these forms we are using, everything is part of this app.
Okay.
And this app is part of Dynamics 365 Business Suite.
Okay.
Okay. And Power Platform is the one which will create these apps and these all things.
Mm.
You get it right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the Power Platform, we will be creating this app and maintaining these fields and everything. And these apps will use this everything.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
Dynamics 365 is the just the apps that we are going to use in that one, like a service model we have and sales model we have and
Mm.
marketing. So based on our company's requirement, we will be just using the applications that we are
Okay.
already having. In the
Okay.
Power Platform, we are building the apps in that, from that Power Platform.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
sorry. Any other doubts here?
So, can we see the what are the standardized entities and customized entities? How can we identify easily?
Okay,
You got
I
my point?
think you do know little bit about the Power Platform. Yeah, I didn't actually discussed about that one yet, but I can tell you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But just I'm getting doubt. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so in other CRM like ERP tools, there is some of the standard fields, standard tables
Hmm.
is there. and customers, we can easily identify what are the standard, what are the customers.
Hmm.
Also like that or any other.
Yeah. So right now, entities, I have not created any custom entities, so there I'll not be able to show. But
Hmm.
here columns I can show you.
Yeah.
So uh, here, which one I have created? This type, this one, right? Case
Yeah.
type.
Yes.
Case type. This is the custom one that I have created.
Hmm. How can other people can easily identify who are having the knowledge on this? This is customized application. This is customized entities. This is standardized entities. Like that. How can developer or tester or some other people who are having the good knowledge, experience people, they can easily
Uh-huh.
identify it. So if I created the new entity, new custom table, in
Yeah,
custom
yeah,
table
yeah.
we
We
can add
will
the
be.
standardized entities. Is it possible?
Yes, yes, we do have the tag. Is this custom entity or standard entity? That
Yeah,
we have. Just give me a second. I'll just create one and I can show you.
yeah. So you can
Hmm.
do one thing: create one table. In that you can add some of the custom entities, some of the standard entities, so that can we show the difference?
Yeah, yeah, I'm showing that one out.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, you got my point, right?
Huh. So here you can see custom.
Hmm.
Okay. Till now I have not created any entities. So I just now I have created one brand entity so that I
Yeah.
can store the brand related details. So in the custom, we can see this one. Whatever the custom entities that I have created.
Hmm.
Okay. And in all, everything will be present.
Hmm.
And just a second, I'll be checking that tag.
Take your own time, today or tomorrow. So it is not immediate question, so that if we check it, so that basic idea for me, for the sake of asking.
Okay, so usually this is how we'll check. So first we will just filter on the custom ones if you want to just work on the custom
Mm.
things. Otherwise, we'll just go to the all and
Mm.
whatever the account, contact or cases, those are
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
out
Those
of
are
the box
the
ones.
all the tables. So in the tables, how can we find the custom entities and standard entities?
Okay,
So,
custom entities are present here.
mm, can we delete the standard entities? No, no.
Standard entities, no, we shouldn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Custom we can do because we are
We
the
can
ones who created it, so we can do anything with our own I mean, whatever we have created, but the
customize here.
standard ones are created by the Microsoft and maintained by the Microsoft. So we shouldn't be touching that one. We can update based on our requirements,
Mm.
but we can't delete the existing ones.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
No, no, up to now.
Okay. Okay. And go back to this one. Yeah, what we are discussing about the case life cycle. Okay, so huh. So this is how the cases are holding the details about the particular complaint or request, and this is how the agent who is working on this case will communicate with the customer. Okay, everything will be present inside this timeline section itself. Okay, and then I mentioned about the queues, right? So I said whenever we get so many cases, then they should get mapped to the correct agent so that in a less time the case will get resolved. Okay, so for that reason only we have queues. It will just what this queues will do, it will just hold the cases, and whoever is part of, I mean, whoever is present in this queue will be picking the case. Okay, right now I think we are having this many queues. Oh, let me go to the cases first. So, first of all, how the cases will go to the queues. Okay, it's not like by the time of creation itself, it will go to the queues. Okay, for that one, we have a two ways. So the first one is we can directly just select the case and we can add to queue here, or we can use routing rules. Uh, that I can tell you in the later sessions so that you'll get a more idea. But right now I'll just show you how the case will go to the queue. So I'm just using the manual option here, add to queue, and say go to this default entity queue. Okay, now whoever is present inside this queue, for example, 5 members are part of this default entity queue and another 2 members are part of a different queue. So Q1 and Q2. And if I send my case to Q1, then whoever is present in that Q1, that is 5 members, anyone can take that case and work on. So how the assignment to the agents will work, that we can check later. But whoever is present on the queue will be picking up this case because this is active right now. I mean, nobody is taking this one in their queue. So whoever is having bandwidth will take the case and work on it. So I'll show you how the agents will see the queues from their end. So here I can see instead of all items and default entity queue. And here you can see. So this is the view for the members of this default entity queue. And here this is available and worked by is not present. So here the word worked by, this is a field on the on this one on a queue item. So this is the queue and this is the item. So this will hold the queue item. Okay, worked by means did anybody get assigned to this case to work on it? Okay, right now this is null. So if I'm available, I can just take it. So I can pick it. Now, if I just pick it, okay. Then work by will be coming as my name. So I am the one who is responsible to resolve this ticket. Sorry, case. Okay, you can see work by is coming as my name. So that way, whoever is available in the queue based on their availability will pick the case. Okay, and what if I'm not able to resolve the case within a time, or maybe I took the case today but I will be on leave tomorrow, then what will happen? It shouldn't be in open state. If it is an open state, I'm on leave, so my team knows, but the customer doesn't know. So he'll be waiting for the resolution and he will be like dissatisfied with our services. So that shouldn't be happen. At that time, what I can do, whatever the work I have done today, I can update in the case. Like you have seen like how we have the all the communications in the case. So that will be there. And then what I'll do as I'll be on leave tomorrow, so I'll just release this one. Release means the work by will be null again. Nobody got assigned to this one. So the next available agent, whoever is there, that agent can pick up this case again. Okay, so that way we are not waiting the user. I mean, we are not waiting. Yeah, we are not making the user to wait for this resolution. Rather, whatever the work I have done until that I have done, and then I have released it so that some other agent can take this up and work on it. Okay, that is how the case management will work here. And as I already mentioned, so I just released that case. For example, this is the one I'm working on, and I have just worked on few things and I just got the details from the customer and I have done some analysis. So what I'll do next, if the other agent, for example, next agent will be the Harish who is going to working on this case. So at that time, if he opens the case, he should able to get whole understanding about what is the case about. For example, the details from the details he'll be getting, but what work I have done. So from the communications activities, he can see I have sent an email to get the details and I have requested for a phone call to get the details. And then I can still do this way. I can just create a note for him saying, update on this case. Hello, Harish. I have worked on this case, and so on. The details I can provide. Okay, this way, this will be the internal add note and close. So the note activity, this is also an activity, same way as email and phone call. So I have just added an internal note so that if Harish comes and see the case, he'll be having an idea about what is this case about. Okay, so to give him the more idea, I have just added this note. Okay, that way, if somebody is leaving the case to somebody else, then that agent should provide the clear idea about what is the case about. Okay, so these activities will work to just have a clear understanding or clear communication between the customer and the agents, and also between the agents. Okay, so this is about the cases and activities. And then once Harish is done with working on this case, and if he was able to find the root cause, like why it is happening, then what he can do, he can resolve the case. Okay, before resolving the case, Harish has to send a email. I mean, if you are saying this got resolved, so we should provide them the details, right? Like why it is happening, and how they should get fixed. So those details we can share through email, and then come to case again, and then click on this resolve case. So sorry. Yeah, I can resolve the so once Harish done with the fixing the issue, then he can resolve the case. But it is saying you have to open activities. So what I'll do, so I didn't actually send the case, send the email or complete the phone call, right? So that is why it is saying you have to open activities. So whenever we have open activities, the case will not get resolved. So what I'll do, either I'll have to go to that record and send it. I'll just go to that one so that it will be completed, and I can just go ahead and resolve the case. Okay. Okay, you can see email closed status because I've already sent it. So this way we can do for this one as well. Close phone call or mark complete. Whatever we want to, we can do that. And then we can go ahead and Harish can go ahead and resolve the case by providing the reasons. What is it? Resolution type problem solved or information provided, and what exactly he has given the resolution. Like what is the fix? Like identify the root cause and share through email or something like that he can provide. Okay, and then resolve it. So now Harish has resolved this one. So customer is also like, I mean, the customer issue also got fixed. So no, any other reason don't have to work on this case again. Okay, so once we are done with this one in customer service, the important part is the feedback. So how the customer is satisfied with our services. So for that one, we have multiple options so that we can discuss later on. For now, just remember, after the case resolution, we can send the survey to the customer to get the feedback. Okay, this is the case life cycle. So what we have seen from the case creation and how it goes to the queues, and inside the queues, how the agents will pick up the case, work on the case, and after that, how the agents will be communicating with the customers using these activities. And once they are done with the case resolution, root cause find out or the fixing the issue, then agent can resolve the case after taking the confirmation from the customer. Okay, so this is the case life cycle. And yeah, any questions till now? So I'm expecting that all of you are getting whatever I'm saying, right? Okay. Then yeah. So from Harish, you'll be getting the today's session recording, as well as the few practice sessions as well. So you can try hands-on with that one, and you can do on your own as well. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions. I will be stop sharing the screen.
So the Hare Krishna Rizwan or Nikhil. So yesterday I have given the credentials, right? So you guys able to log into the CRM?
Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna, you tried this in the call itself, right? So have you went through that G Drive link? Shall I share my screen quickly? Just speak out, because if you don't speak now itself, what you will speak in the interviews. Just be in assumption like that. Okay, because we are, so this is the time where you need to improve. Okay, do you see the screen now? Which one you are seeing, Jyoti? Is it G Drive?
G Drive only, Harish. 26 recordings.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see here, so for every day I am giving like this: recording, learnings, hands-on. Now, if you see here on the first, yesterday I have given this hands-on. So it is very pretty simple. What I asked, log into the each environment, D365 sales. I have given the links even. So you have I shared the accounts, right? You just need to try to log in with that account and just see the navigation bar site of. So why I am giving this small means you should habituate to the system, the interface. What is CRM interface? So that's why we are doing all this stuff. Okay. It's not like it's a work task or anything. So you should familiar to the CRM UI. Whatever you are opening every day, it should be like it's a YouTube. Okay. Now for today, also I have given this hands-on practice data structure, hands-on practice for customer service. So you have to log into this customer service app with your account, whatever account you created. You need to follow these steps. If you find anything challenge, suppose we are not able to do anything in this step, you just dump this, copy this in the chat GPT. It will give you the answers. Okay. So try to use chat GPT as much as possible. So you just create a new chat here. You can ask whatever, give steps or something, anything you can ask. Okay. Create a use case from, so if I put this same thing, you need to mention this dynamic 65 here. So it will give you the complete details. It may ask you customer service hub, service cases, click on new case, like this. It will give you the end-to-end steps. So whenever you are stuck anything in the document, you can use ChatGPT or YouTube or anything, or you can ask us in the next day. Any questions? Also, we are sharing the IQ means interview questions for every day. So today she's explained the what is what, right? So the same thing it will be there in this as a from interview perspective. So what kind of questions you may expect from this topic, everyday topic. Okay, so just go through them as a, because if you just listen the classes, it won't help you. As we are decided to cross train, cross skill, we should spend the same amount of time to improve ourselves. Okay. Any questions? Chalo then. Hare Krishna, you have any questions? First thing, speak out, you guys, because you should habituate to this culture. If you, in the interview also, if they ask something, you should understand and you should respond back. Then only you will be clearing the interview. If you, it's not like in BTech class or anything, right? Okay. Chalo. Okay, Jyoti, you covered, right? So
Hmm.
tomorrow you will be continuing with customer service.
Yep.
Thursday I will be starting on the sales.
Okay.
Chalo then. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you. Please try hands-on, whatever the documents shared by Harish, as well as you can try on your own as well. So if you don't have hands-on, then whatever I'm explaining, maybe not all the things I can cover, right? So if you start working on it, you'll get to know, like, I mean, you'll get into the details and you can ask the questions as well. So maybe just to spend 1 hour or so every day so that you can get more. Thank you.
Chalo then. Thank you.